Johnson and Comer has said he's got other evidence, but he's going to have to present it real soon. They've got a math problem to impeach Biden. They had a math problem to impeach Mayorkas and needed a do-over, which was embarrassing. Let's see if they get the votes after this news now has broken this week.
Yeah, it could still be early, but Republicans do have a history of spiking the ball a bit prematurely and botching. For example, what should have been a red wave a couple of years back didn't materialize. So they seem to be stumbling and bubbling their way through this, certainly on legislative matters where they're coming up short again and again. And now on some of these cases that they thought they had locked down solid, Hunter Biden and other investigations might continue, might find other avenues. It's too soon to say. But they're in a world of political hurt right now.
They are, but the one thing that Republicans, and it's a big thing, have going for them is the Senate map. So many Democrats are defending their seats, and Republican incumbents are all but basically safe. So they're going to lose the West Virginia seat, Democrats, because Manchin is not running now for president or the Senate. So I think Senate Republicans, who kind of blew it in the last cycle, have things going their way. And honestly, the party that had the best shot to win all three, the White House, the House, and the Senate, are Republicans because of that Senate advantage. But Democrats could obviously easily win the White House and take back the House. And maybe they hold the Senate, but the odds are with Republicans right now.
All right, Bob, thank you very much. What is the former acting Attorney General Matt Whitaker, what he makes of this? Some are saying this is a pile-on against the former president, but it's getting to be an expensive pile-on for the president. What do you think?
Welcome to my 2024 run in Cascade Daemon Hunters Execution Force. I got all the DLC and everything, so there's no worries about any of that. However, I'm an XCOM veteran as well, and I've heard this game is extremely difficult, so we're going to play it like that.
But, it's a fundamental fairness. If the left, and remember, it's only Democrats bringing these cases, whether it's in Fulton County, whether it's in New York, whether it's the special counsel for the Biden administration, I think
graphics
is just trying to tie up and bind up, take away President Trump's money, take away his time to campaign as he's stuck in court and all these proceedings. And I think it's just, just seems to me fundamentally unfair. The American people should decide this, Neil, and not the courts and not these judges in these blue states and blue jurisdictions. It's very unlikely, at least on a couple of lawyers in this past hour, and you're a darn good one, I think it's a difficult matter to get past Senate appointed by Democrats.
Okay. Everything seems to be good so far. Here's the DLC.
Persuasion, but it would be an uphill battle for Trump to get rid of this, at least for the time being. What's your interpretation? Yeah, my interpretation is quite simple. You expect that the justice system should work, that it shouldn't be based
keyboard layout. I'm just using a mouse for this. And for the camera motion and move it around, it's the same controls as XCOM 2. Which I've been playing for years. Modded. Keyboard, cinematics, stats, and resources. Okay. Wounds and afflictions. Oh, I see. This is the codex. Oops. Okay.
His assets. I think it's just, again, most ordinary Americans in places where I'm from, like Des Moines, Iowa, see this for what it is, which is just a blue state punishing Donald Trump for his beliefs. It is interesting.
Merciful.
By the way, as he was wrapping up there very eloquently, I should point out that the Attorney General, Letitia James, is posting right now on this case and the decision. She is going to address the press, I believe, about an hour and 15 minutes.
Everything on. Let's rock and roll.
We won our case against Donald Trump for engaging in years of incredible financial fraud and enriching. So, Donald Trump Jr., Eric Trump, and his former executives must now pay over $4 to $15 billion in disgorgement and interest. Trump, Alan Weissenberg,
Oh yeah, they're still
John
doing this in 2024 about photosensitivity.
for 3 years. Weissenberg and McConney are banned
Way back when, it was the same thing too.
at a New York company. Donald Trump Jr. and Eric Trump are banned from serving as an officer or director in any New York corporation for 2 years.
It is the 41st millennium. For more than 100 centuries, the Emperor has sat immobile on the golden throne. Mankind wages a never-ending battle for survival against the demonic power of the Chaos Gods. Force is humanity's shield from true darkness. The Grey Knights. This secret chapter of Space Marines are the Imperium's surest defense against that which the Emperor foresaw would be its greatest threat.
Nice to meet you. My name is David. I've been
Against the demon.
for years. When I have customers come in
Darkness
and
of
ask
the
for
far
something
future.
for memory, I
There is
recommend
only
prejudice.
war.
Because it's safe and effective. It does not require prescription. And I've been taking it quite a while myself, and I know it works. And I love it when the customers come back in and tell me, David, that really works so good for me. Makes my day. Prevagen at stores everywhere without a prescription.
Knock, knock. Number one broker here for the number one hitmaker.
Unidentified Astartes vessel. This is Captain Brian Everett of the warship Holiness of Ra. Geherit is lost. Geherit is lost. All Imperial vessels are to withdraw at once.
That's the only format. I gotta take this call.
Astartes vessel, do you read me? Geherit is doomed. Please acknowledge this warning and
You have done all you can, Captain. Fair, in the Emperor's light.
you cannot sail into this storm.
We do what we must. Farewell, Captain. Tech Priest, report.
Commander, we cannot maintain this orbit for long.
Dispatch the assault team at once. I will join them and put an end to this myself. Your will be done.
By the gods.
Clearer skin at 4 months, and the majority stay clearer at 5 years.
Here I stand. One unbreakable shield. Tonight the kingdom falls, Hector. The quest is finally yours.
How can I be of service? The integrated AI is a
I don't understand what you are. When an impaired driver killed my brother DJ, my life changed forever. During the pandemic, all of our lives changed, and many of us turned to alcohol and drugs to cope. As life returns to normal, the increase in substance use from COVID has lingered, and some police services report an increase in impaired driving that caused heartbreak and devastation. Now, more than ever, we need your commitment to never drive impaired, and to encourage all of your family and friends to do the same. Together, we can save lives. If alcohol builds a wall around you, it doesn't let you see where you're going. It keeps you feeling isolated and alone.
Palamedes, report.
We are clear apart. Our talking was ahead.
You want us to.
Time is against us, brothers. We breach the cathedral.
With a drinking problem. Alcoholics Anonymous. There is a way out. And download the meeting link.
deluded
You know,
zealots.
at any other day, this would still be a big story. It certainly was yesterday on news that Special Counsel David Weiss had charged a former FBI informant with lying about President Joe Biden's Hunter Biden's involvement in
Punish
business
that
deals
craven
with the
fool.
Ukrainian energy company known as Prejudice Holdings. That was undercutting a major feature of Republicans' impeachment inquiry into the president. Dennis Murdoch, the guy standing 43 years old, facing charges in connection with lying to the FBI, creating false records. He was arrested yesterday at Armoured International Airport in Las Vegas after his arrival in the U.S. from overseas. He's already made his initial court appearance. So again, this undoes, or potentially undoes, the entire Hunter Biden case, or at least its most powerful and impactful witness. Let's get the latest from David Spund in the Justice Department, where this stands now. David. Well, I feel allocators Murdoch, this former FBI informant, made the allegation that Joe Biden
Dispense of that heretic with your blade. Grant them no quarter.
Yes, Mother.
Associates
I am
connected to a
ever
Ukrainian
sure.
energy company called Burisma, where Hunter Biden once sat
You're out
on
of
the
cover,
board.
Uther.
He
Trust in the
memorialized
ages.
these allegations on what's called the FBI 1023 form. Republicans for several months last summer, up until just weeks ago, were continuing to talk about this 1023 form and these allegations. Lying about these allegations. He's facing these charges. President Biden today at the White House said that he is lying, meaning talking about speeding. Another bit of news from President Biden. Does Hunter Biden have a special counsel? We've been talking about Robert Hur, the special counsel that investigated President Biden's handling of classified
Time stands
documents.
against us.
There's this
I will
Robert
breach
Hur
the
interview
cathedral.
with President Biden that happened back in October, and critics have been calling for the release of the transcript. They want to see the transcript. House Republicans wrote to Attorney General Merrick Garland asking him to make the
Controls are really good on the streamlined a lot, so that helps. In 2024, believe me. I play a lot of older games and that's streamlined as well.
Perhaps, or any other bits of concerns. Also, Neil, and not to bog down people with too much information, will the White House perhaps claim executive privilege, meaning they will not allow this transcript to be
Iolanthus, your
released
brother
or
is
possibly
pinned.
allowed to be released?
Advance and
Maybe
deliver
just redacted.
retribution.
This essentially puts now the burden
Deploy your
somewhat
frag
more
grenade,
on the
brother.
White House to release the transcript, not the Attorney General, not the Department of Justice. And the White House says that they are considering releasing that transcript. So a busy day for President
Deliver
Biden.
the
He has
Emperor's
two special
judgment,
counsels,
Uther.
one investigating his son, saying that Joe Biden and Hunter Biden's allegations about Ukraine and
Advance
accepting
and
$5
train
million
your bolter
response.
on that doorway.
And also this news that the Justice Department
Unleash
is
your
working
blessed
to make this
ammunition
transcript
the
available
moment
if
they
the
are
White House
exposed.
approves, and the White House has to approve. Neil. Got it, my friend. David
Palamedes, prepare for the
So
demon's
this calls
charge.
for a legal revolution, and we've got the Marvel team of lawyers joining us. Katie Chakowski is with us, Tom Dupree back with us, John Dew back with us. Katie, first on the Alexander Smirnoff stuff. 43 years old. I don't know where this goes from here, but that was the whole enchilada for the case going after Hunter Biden. He was the secret witness. These ties to Burisma were provable through him. Now, there might be others out there, but it's got to be a big blow, at least to Republicans. What do you see?
Yeah, absolutely. That information was essentially the crux of the case tying the Bidens to Burisma. And so if that was in fact false, and again, he's just been indicted at this point, he hasn't been convicted of lying, and perhaps he is maintaining that he wasn't lying. But if he was lying, then that does take away a significant portion of that puzzle there. And so a connection would have to be brought in some other way.
Soulless curs shall
All right,
hear
this
us
is a
no
separate issue, Katie, with Robert, of course, clarified in documents from the president, Joe Biden's handling of these classified documents, and he looked at it in the context of an old man who would probably not be taken by a jury anyway. He would be a sympathetic figure. The old man references and all that the White House finds have been fighting and something. So I don't know how eager they'd be to get that released.
Well, they've disputed the characterization.
We cannot
that
lose
Biden
another
was
battle, brother
essentially
Iolanthus.
not unfit to
Both
stand
demons
trial
must
legally,
be
but that it
destroyed.
would be difficult to get an acquittal because of his mental faculties. And so in order
order to substantiate the dispute, I think they should release those transcripts. Obviously, they have to do so for obvious reasons, I'm sure. But certainly, that would be the only way to debunk the claims that Succumb wasn't characterizing anything or was inappropriately summarizing what happened during those interviews.
So, Tom Dupree, what if his comments were not sympathetic and quite understanding and compassionate to the president? That look, he just lost his fastball. He wasn't up to it. We didn't think anything would be proven facing with a fastball. And it's not nearly as dangerous as the
enemy reinforcements. Palamedes, resuscitate Uther, so you may both defend against them.
Yeah, and look, I think this transcript is going to come out. I can't imagine that it's going to be kept under wraps. There are too many people pushing hard to get it. The Biden said they wanted to get out. I'm not sure I entirely believe that.
Take up defensive positions, Palamedes. The enemy reinforcements will be here soon.
Her made inappropriate characterizations that are inaccurate. I think the transcript will reveal that he has some memory issues. I think the transcript will reveal that he couldn't remember
Join
basic dates,
Palamedes in defense of
things like that. But I think they put themselves in a bar. And they've attacked the special counsel for kind of going outside the guardrails on this, and including all of these, so-called irrelevant digressions.
Iolanthus with me. There's a breach in the wall ahead. I will breach the inner sanctum.
So, real quickly, John Yu, what is the difference between Robert Hart saying stuff that might be offensive or sound offensive to a president and the comments that, Judge Arthur...
Tell me more about there's nothing that you know about. Why don't you tell me more about there's nothing that you know about?
In and outside the court.
Oh, crazy.
Who's watching this, and the other a little bit zealous. Aren't they both at their core, emotional reactions that two different entities had to escape?
Feed the flame.
I actually take both of the statements at face value. I think Judge Newron, for example, has to explain
Your
to the
cult
public
is
and to the
broken.
appeals court
Your
why
ritual
he
is
discounted
ended.
everything that Trump said. He just didn't
Relish
want
this breath,
believable.
for it is your last.
With the facts, as everyone's saying, Trump
Blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull.
Without that decision, Biden is well-meaning, elderly, with a bad memory, then you ask, why didn't he bring the charges? Because in his report, he lays out exactly the facts that should have pressed for a
To
prosecution.
my side, Iolanthus.
Well said. Look, guys, I want to thank you for pressing it for the legal cases. Other than that, not much really going on today. But the
I will
implications of
show
all
you
this is
true
there are going to be
love.
multiple press conferences planned. So probably not. Here's the problem.
You must protect the cathedral.
Hello, everybody. I'm Michael McCallum, along with Janine Puro, Judge Janine Puro, sorry, Judge, Jessica Tarla, Jesse Waters, and Judge Pearson. It's 5 o'clock in New York, and this is the 5. Two very big stories happening right now involving the front runners of the 2024 campaign. President Biden has finally on a long overdue visit more than a year after that toxic train derailment.
I will not fail you.
Palestine to this very late visit. But first, a New York judge dropping a hammer on
Our brothers have bought us precious time, Iolanthus. Flank that demon with fire of will.
Imposing a whopping $364 million penalty against his company. Trump is personally on the hook for $355 million of that. It is over what the judge ruled a year ago. What the judge ruled to do banks and others with financial misstatements.
You profane this sacred place with your master's fire. This ends now, demon.
Of any New York corporation for 3 years, his sons, Don Jr. and Eric Trump, they also will not be permitted under this decision to be offered for 2 years. So the president, Colorado, and is vowing to appeal this decision. No punches throughout all of these legal situations, and also in reaction to this verdict. He said this on Truth Social, quote, "This decision, in quotes, is a complete and total sham. There were no victims, no damages, no complaints, only satisfied banks and insurance companies. in quotes, in threats being done to space money. The Democrat who started the whole thing by suing the Trump organization, New York Democratic
punishes darkness.
Letitia James. She is expected to speak about an hour from now. She also retweeted and called this a victory. And Letitia, that's exactly what she wants.
I am
To do
the hammer!
To challenge this illegitimate president when our fundamental rights are at stake.
You have beaten me for now, little knight. But the war I fight is eternal!
I know pretty much everybody at the table is kind of jumping to talk about this, but I'm going to start because she was the most
signatures
This is an outrage.
Then the blood ritual has
If the
ended.
Attorney General,
Where is that
in
report?
any other time or any other day, would have been removed from office.
Report.
Promise to go after
Where is the
person against
commander?
whom there was no crime alleged. She just looked at him until she found
He
something.
died a champion's death,
I have never seen
blade on blade against the
that
foulest
was written to
blasphemy.
protect consumers used against a man and an organization where not one consumer was harmed, not one bank was harmed. They never missed a loan payment. They never gone default on any loan. Deutsche Bank and every other bank that did business with the Trump organization made hundreds of millions of dollars. And let me be clear, Donald Trump and his organization made it very clear on their loan applications that they were disclaiming their evaluation and saying that the banks and the insurance companies and everybody else should do their own evaluation. And that's what the business world, that's how it works. They knew it, they understand it, they have forensic accountants, they have real estate evaluators, they have all kinds of people who assess whether or not the property is worth their investing in so that they don't lose money. And they never did lose money. And the Trump organization never went out of business. They didn't scam anyone. No one is alleging that they were defrauded or wrong. This is, I'm tired of the word lawfare. This is an attempt by people to take down a former president who was beating the present president in terms of the polls, and looks like he's going to beat him in the next one. This is what third world countries do. It's outrageous. And I've got, just so you know, Aaron Trump is going to be on Laura Ingraham tonight, and he's going to talk about the fact that neither he nor his brother were any part of this evaluation process, and they have each been levied $4 million.
A long campaign,
when they were never in the
over at
background as
last.
part of any of this stuff. So there's also another legal issue on this. The appellate division, which is the
Alive,
above this,
he was
this
ever a
law,
faithful
so
servant to the emperor.
they
A
said
true
that
hero.
anything before 2014 is barred by the statute of limitations. This inept,
death,
incompetent,
at least, is
progressive
duty
leftist
as
judge that most people talk about, he then took all of the properties before 2014 and included them in his assessment things that were overvalued. So, it's a day's law, and I'll end it at that.
Ah,
you know,
yes.
Jessica,
That is why I
it
have
just
been
raises the
fighting my
question of
best.
whether or not they overboard, right? That we've seen a backlash and hope this
No one else
candidate
suitable
every
survived
step
the
of way.
campaign.
$364 million. I think
My apologies, Acting Commander. The priests of Mars do not understand our
I have
nightly
accounts here of
oaths.
people who are devastated. My home is gone forever.
Our
I
men and
feel
stores
sick.
are
I felt
severely
sick for months.
diminished.
I mean,
Your task is to lead us for the voyage home.
Is so clear
It is a
in
simple
these cases,
duty,
right?
and once we
Then look at
return
another
to Titan, I will put
OJ
the
Simpson,
future of your
civil
command to the
case,
chapter's
$30
grandmasters.
million
In
for
the
the
meantime,
murder
I will
of two
provide
individuals.
what advice I
This
can.
number seems to come out of I don't know where, because you don't have anything documented by these banks that they were wronged to this dollar amount or that dollar amount. So it's like another punitive situation. Well, just because you have enough remorse,
We
we're gonna
sail
make
for
things very
Titan on
difficult
your
about it.
word,
What's
Commander.
the political impact of this? Do you think it helps or hurts?
So first of all, I think
Strike
that
force
Norfolk Southern should be
Cyphos
paying a
at your
lot more, and
disposal.
that was part of President Biden's remarks, and we'll talk about that in the next swap. And we will
Brown should have been paid a lot more for her murder. I mean, these.
Commander,
Everyone
could you
should
please
go
join
more,
me
and
in
those
the
guys are getting
strategium?
very clear crimes. But Donald
One of
Trump
our
was
battle brothers has
convicted of
proved
this
himself
before we got to
worthy.
today's sen-
Let us
to
honor
today's
his
sentencing.
deeds.
Judge had already got it by just the judge.
Brother Ulrich is a talented justicer. Please decide where he should focus his training to support you in the field.
$2.2 billion. And I understand on
With
the
every
appeals front end as
promotion,
well, but
your
it's
knights
not 30
gain
days to
2
do it.
ability
I think it's
points,
lawyer
which you can
has,
use to
but they're going
expand
to
their
have, as the judge said,
capabilities.
prove that somebody was actually wronged by this. Right? There was, well, we'll see what happens. But you can't deny the fact that Donald Trump
PvP
is
permanently
somebody who
willpower.
defrauded people, not paid his bills. I mean, this is what happened in the 2016 election when Hillary had a slew of ads about how he stiffs everyone from contractors who work in his buildings, etc. And this is the character of the man. These are huge inflations to get cushier interest rates. I mean, saying that his apartment in Trump Tower is 33,000 square feet when it's really 11,000. Mar-a-Lago, his tax broker, said $27 million, ranks it as a social club when he's running around saying it could be $1 billion. It's actually $517 million. They're consistent lies. They are trying to understand people. Just because Deutsche Bank got richer doesn't mean that it's wrong. Political implications. I happen to think, and I've said this since the beginning, that no trials or convictions will matter except for things like in Georgia, and obviously that is complicated this week by what's going on with Bonnie Willis and election interference in the Mar-a-Lago documents. But he does better in the primary, but if you look at, and we talked about this in Iowa and New Hampshire, when you talk to voters about what's going to happen in a general election if he is convicted of something, 32% in Iowa said they won't vote for him. Over 50% in New Hampshire said they won't vote for him. People don't want to vote for a felon. They don't want to vote for a criminal. Right now, they can post along and say, this is about bias against me. You know, I'd never touch Gigi and Carol, even though he owes $83 million for doing that and then defaming her. So I think it does hurt him in the end, but not in this primary. He'll be even more of a juggernaut. Jesse, what's your reaction?
Confirming this promotion will apply your ability choices to Ulrich, permanently increasing his rank.
And then you'll get a conviction, and then it'll get appealed, they'll go to the court. You're ruining the process. You say this is how the system works.
When you are
Jessica.
finished, please join me at the start.
In the history of New York State, the Associated Press
Our ship is in dire need of repair. We had best set a course for Titan and debrief the Grand Masters.
A fake lawyer sells false claims, swindling people.
Issue the travel order to begin our return to Titan.
Some made-up solution to your head trauma. This is not the Trump organization. You say people don't want to be involved in the Trump organization? Dozens of Fortune 500 companies who are tenants in his buildings. People love working for the Trump organization. The doorman, the guys that work in the elevator. There's no people that are complaining about getting swindled who are working for the Trump
organization. Has been ripped off all of the buildings along the West Side Highway. These people don't want to live in something with a man's name on it.
You were talking about partisan activists in Manhattan.
All of Upper West Side.
You're talking about they took his golf club away. People love that course. Have you played it? You love it. If you could play golf, you'd love it, Jessica.
I can't.
In the name of the God Emperor.
Dominus, who is this interloper?
Scrutins indicate an inquisitorial transmission. And she's fighting a case like this.
Baleful edict. Prepare for my arrival.
You have an apartment, Jessica.
Duty calls, Commander. We should open a vox link.
You go to the bank,
Inquisitorial vessel.
the bank's not
Permission granted to come aboard.
to an agreement, you get a loan, or you sell it to somebody. That's how real estate transactions are done. If you are convicted of something like this for saying, oh, well, you know what, the apartment's maybe not 30,000 square feet, maybe it's less than that, that's a $300 million fine. You won't have real estate in Manhattan if that's the rule.
Good point. Speaking as the other judge, you're on I'm obviously not a financial expert. They justify all the roads I wear around town like that. I am a judge, and I'm not a financial expert. The last time my identity got stolen, my credit score went up 22 points. Okay. This is not my purview per se, but to oversimplify this for the viewers, what we need to understand is when we say that no one is claiming victim, okay, not the banks, not the lenders, okay, this is the financial equivalent of convicting someone for murder, but no one's dead. And that's why we're outraged. There has been no crime from the standpoint of there's an aggrieved class.
Thank God, Emperor, I found you.
And that's why this looks
I
so
must
brazen.
commandeer this
Look,
vessel at
understand,
once.
a lot of the attacks on Trump are being so aggressive in effort to protect democracy. And Sasha just to start off the show was her denying
The tech priest
legitimacy of the
speaks the
2016
truth,
election.
Inquisitor.
It began with her
Our last
working to get
crusade
this
bled us dry.
illegitimate president
I'm not
smacked down,
blind,
and she
knight.
ran on that.
But
The way they
heresy
get
does
away
not
with this
operate
really
at our
quickly, I don't mean to get all
convenience.
serious,
My
because people
destination
bring me on
is
because I talk
Paramount
like I
Prime,
get Tide Pods
within
and
this
tequila,
very
and
system.
that might be true,
Not
okay?
such a
They
tactic.
And what is it that you hope to
okay.
find?
Polite society his whole life. The man hosted a prime time show on NBC for 15 years. He was not a friend who worked with a bunch of white supremacist friends. He was their friend. They went to Mar-a-Lago, they went to his wedding. The Clintons hung out with him. When he entered politics, they manufactured a hysteria of, we don't know this man. I'm like, you know, aside from all the selfies of you hanging out in this country club, you don't know this man. But what they're doing in this moment is they're going to this place of emotion that the rest of the country isn't on board with. Meaning emotion denies you self-awareness that would otherwise tell you you sound crazy. So they've taken this to a place where the rest of us are just like, I don't know, no one's mad about the money. Shut up and move on with your life. Judge
World after world, its roots spread from an Inquisitor, hear me, hear me, hear me! Who tends the garden?
The astropath sacrificed himself to send that message.
Now you understand why we must investigate.
Commander, we cannot risk further damage to this vessel.
It is the chapter ship, Dominus. The Inquisitor has every right to request our support.
It is not a request.
This is reverse.
Commander, with your leaders, we will set our course for this Paramount Prime.
Yes. Good. That will do for now.
1 year after the toxic train disaster.
Diabetes can serve up a lot of questions. Like, what is your glucose? And can you have more carbs? Before you decide. With the Freestyle Libre 3 system, know your glucose and where it's heading. No finger sticks needed. Now the world's smallest and thinnest sensor sends your glucose levels directly to your smartphone. Manage your diabetes.
If we do not investigate this threat, the consequences will be dire.
#1 CGF prescribed in the US. Right for free at freestyleibre.us.
A car is a car. It's small. Hi. Hello.
Commander, it is our duty to support this Inquisitor.
Yes.
But we should complete this task as swiftly as we can. The Grand Masters on Titan are waiting for our report.
It's a Mercedes Benz.
My name's Brad Brooke. I'm 65 years old.
Signals from quarantine beacons detected in the upper atmosphere, but
She has a lot of energy.
the surface
She
itself
requires me.
is silent.
Really is hard work to keep up with her.
Plague,
But,
Commander.
it's been a joy.
Send
It's
your
just a
squad
lot
to the
of fun to
surface.
take my other camping, and it is a lot of work. You know, it's worth it. I would
Knights of
recommend
Titan,
Nature
you are the instrument of the Emperor's will. Make planetfall and discover if the Inquisitor's fears are founded.
By using discount code Fox News. I am embarrassed to say this.
You should evaluate your knight's armaments and ensure they are best suited to the battle
I
at
thought I
hand.
needed a second shower, I was in pain, or there was something wrong with me. And then my gynecologist
The
told me about
Nemesis Force halberd can choose which halberd you would like to equip. Your options will be limited until we return to Titan.
right away, everywhere. You won't realize the body odor you've just been living with until you try Lumi and it's gone. Go to LumiDeo.com to build your customized bundle today.
Welcome to Ameriprise. Sam Morrison, my brother Max recommended you.
It's my best friend, so he says you've been a huge help.
At Ameriprise Financial, more than 9 out of 10 of our clients are likely to recommend us.
Our neighbors, the Garcias, love working with you.
Because the advice we give is personalized.
Hey, Jeffrey Jr.
to help reach your goals with confidence.
Who is this responsible?
That's why it's more than advice worth listening to. It's advice worth talking about. Ameriprise Financial.
Ron DeSantis on One Nation, inside Florida's new crime legislation, and what to expect next in the race for 2024. The Florida governor is sounding off Saturday. Why choose?
Showed up. Biden's in East Palestine, Ohio today, more than a year after a train derailment spewed toxic chemicals.
Commander, have your men look for signs of this plague.
Be vigilant, brothers.
Weeks after the derailment, it was just waiting for the right time. And election season. Here's the president.
I want to thank
I am with you.
folks who Palestine that we're not going home no matter what this job is done. And it's not done yet.
More horrors invade our realm.
Majority of them. But we're going to stay to the very end. There are acts of God. This was an act of greed that was 100% preventable. Let me say it again.
Yes, sir.
Greed was 100% preventable.
President protesting said looking for a visit and visitors. One East Palestine man says he can still smell chemicals. Listen to this.
At once.
President Trump came, you know, you noticed in the background you heard Joe McKee's song, Never See the Red, White, and Blue, or Steve Perry, Jerry's song, Open Arms. And with Biden's going to show up here in a little bit, I think his lead motorcade car is going to be playing American Idiot by Green Day. He should have been here way, way long time ago and had a game plan. It's been a year, over a year. But we're still waiting. Now, I don't know what his sleep schedule is, but it probably might take it a year to do it up to this central.
As he points out, a better president is on the way. Donald Trump wanted an insight for to take the trip a year later. Judge Janine, I don't think he would have gone if the press hadn't just kept asking about it. He wouldn't have ignored it.
Well, you know, there's a saying, better late than never. I think it keeps
The enemy is wounded.
Just allow that town to percolate their anger. It is a Republican conservative county, and they did show up there. And Rouge Jean-Pierre kept saying, his schedule, he can't do it. You know, when he could fit it into his schedule. Guys, he had 140 days of vacation last year. You had 14 if you're lucky. 140. And at 7:45, so much for we're going to be here until this is finished. 7:45 is going to Rehoboth Beach tonight.
Moving now.
This is a toxic train disaster and a chemical spill. He says everything's okay. I think that was his line. Everything is okay now. But the truth is that low interest rates.
See them fall, brothers.
Low interest rates, loans. They want the CDC to monitor these
Chaos stirs within the shadows.
They want to be safe. They want to survive. They say they can still smell it. And, you know, it is really a sad scenario where this guy,
I will fire when ready.
Is very different from the Joe Biden who spoke in 2021. That cognitive decline of the inability to speak is you can see it. It is clear as day.
Why do you think he took so long to do it?
At once.
I think it's partly political, as Janine says. And he looked at that district, he looked at Pennsylvania. But on the whole, the polls that we're seeing in Pennsylvania is, you see one swing state poll has Trump up 5, and then there was one that showed Biden up 8. This is going to be a tight state, Pennsylvania. So you need to pay attention to the entire state of Pennsylvania.
At your command.
Ohio, so you've got big movie markets on that border between Ohio and Pennsylvania. And I agree with Janine. When you look at the way he spoke just now, and this objective to the way he was speaking a year or two ago, there's a change. We had a poll that's 81% say that they don't believe that the president is up to another term. So he's got a lot of problems on his hands. He's scolded Congress.
Affirmative.
I thought it was interesting that he scolded Congress this week for taking 2 weeks off and not coming back with a foreign policy funding plan for Ukraine and so on. I was like, maybe we're going to go with the 140
Threat eliminated.
Yes. I think you do have to embrace the magnitude of the day. It's historic in the sense that it's not every day a train wreck because it's a train wreck, But that's the reality of what we're looking at here. It's obviously the condition of the polls, but let's not forget the condition of the town right now. If Biden goes a year ago and brings attention to the situation, you are looking at derailed trains. You are
Chaos stirs within the shadows.
It's a little cleaner now, and the optic for him is better. I don't think they wanted to highlight the ineptitude of the transportation situation either. The real companies are supposed to go to situations like this. Because people always say, what the heck did we go there? The silent tragedy ripped the White House press through, and then nationalizes the story. It gives us a hey,
creature.
Inquisitor, we have seen the dead walk in this way before.
As have I. Poxwalkers are evidence of warp corruption. This is no natural plague.
At 5:45 is 15 minutes from now, so stay with us. But up next, a surprise twist in the love affair between furious Fanny and Lovable.
For the Emperor!
When Barbas was the turbo attacks,
I will need to examine this corpse and...
I will not tolerate this contamination spreading to my servitors.
Do not obstruct me, Tech Priest. I will follow proper protocols.
so I made Barbas new psychic.
As you command. No demon shall avoid its fate.
We'll make them count. Into its turbo attacks. 100% accuracy guarantee.
Type 2 diabetes, discover the Ozempic Trizone. I got the power of 3. I lowered my A1C, CD risk, and lost some weight. In studies, the majority of people reached an A1C under 7 and maintained it. Ozempic lowers the risk of major cardiovascular events such as stroke, heart attack, or death in adults also with known heart disease. I'm lowering my risk. Adults lost up to 14 pounds.
Yes.
Ozempic isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. Don't share needles with pets or reusable. Don't take Ozempic if you or your family ever had medullary thyroid multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2 or is allergic to it. Stop Ozempic and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or an allergic reaction. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis, gallbladder problems may occur. Tell your provider about vision problems or changes. Taking Ozempic with lisinopril or insulin may increase low blood sugar risk. Side effects like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea may lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems. Living with type 2 diabetes.
I am the wrath of Xiphos!
Satisfactory effort. Now return with my carcass so I can set to work.
We will deliver them to you as soon as containment is properly confirmed and sanctified.
Be swift about it. If this plague has already spread beyond this planet, then we will have far more ground to cover.
Instead of a case, we have a lot of window projects. Compared to other window companies, you have a completely different business. Yeah, with other companies, there's just too many people involved in the process. There's the manufacturer, the seller, and then the installer, and then the customer. And if you call with a problem, that's when they say, oh, we're the manufacturer. You have to call the installer for that problem. Or vice versa. We're the full-service replacement for the business. With us, there's no passing point. At Renewal by Anderson, we sell, build, install, and warrant our windows and audio. So if there's ever an issue, we take full responsibility for it. Why don't we sell vinyl windows? It doesn't matter if it's a $200 window or a $1,200 window. A lot of vinyl windows just don't last. For energy efficiency and beauty, there's a much better option. Our Windows Vibrex composite material is available in 9 design shades, and it's much more durable than vinyl. The Vibrex is low maintenance like vinyl, but stronger than vinyl. And it's beautiful like wood, but it doesn't require an upgrade.
Mission objectives achieved, Commander.
Save 20% on windows, save 20% on patio doors, and save 20% on entry doors. Plus, take $150 off your entire purchase with 0 money down, 0 monthly payments, and 0 interest for 1 year. This offer ends February 29th. For a free appointment with Renewal by Anderson, call 1-800-704-4200. That's 1-800-704-4200.
I must commend you on this impressive archive of demonic lore, Commander. It rivals some I've seen in inquisitorial fortresses. I will require it as a base of operations for my studies. I respect your authority in matters of combat, which I must remain until I can ascertain some solution to this plague. I am, of course, open to recommendations on the lines of study that would best serve the mission. I must insist, however, on beginning my research with a necropsy of the poxwalker carcass your brothers recovered. I am certain they hold a key to understanding this corruption.
Bonnie Willis not taking the stand today at a hearing on allegations that she had an improper relationship relationship with a lead prosecutor in the Trump case. Willis skipping out.
I will conduct a
day
necropsy
after
of the
explosive
recovered
and
corpse to
dramatic
see what I can
testimony
learn.
shocked the judge and, according to one report, her own team.
30 days, 38 days.
You think I'm on trial? These people are on trial for trying to steal an
I
election.
like this part of the game as well, to unlock a bunch of stuff.
I shall begin at once. Inform your crew that I am not to be disturbed.
Today, a much controversy in Patty Willis's
I
father
told her the critical
testified
lack of
as the defense
resources.
digged
I
into when
request
he
you
stopped
attend
living
me
at
in
her
the
house
manufacturing.
and when he met his daughter's lover, Nathan Wade.
That you remember you met in 2023, right? That was the first time you were here. Okay. So Ms. Willis had not told you about this story prior to that.
Absolutely not. Now, it wasn't common for your daughter to confide in you about her romantic life at all.
No, I confided in her about mine before I had one, okay?
The media conflicted about Willis's actions. Some legal commentators on other networks declaring Wade game over for the Fulton County DA, but others are going all in to defend her. Watch.
Well, she was angry, and she had every right to be angry. Lies. She was
My
hurt, but she had every
senators have
right
restored
to. She
for
remained
operational
respectful.
use.
But first of all, and I
Remains
don't think this
severely
hearing
damaged.
will win
Without
the
access
defense
to a
any
proper
relief
dockyard,
whatsoever. I
restoration
think
will be
she's a
slow
good witness,
and
though.
limited
There
by
could
the
be a
resources we can
ridiculous
requisition from
contentious,
Titan or
almost
nearby
harassing
inquisitorial
level of
enclaves.
legalistic personal
As of this
attacks.
moment,
That's what happens when you
reviving
put
the
a really
Edict's
good
core
lawyer
power
on the
output
witness
takes
stand. She was
absolute
speaking to her
primacy.
constituent. I thought she was fiery. I thought she said important things. I think that she set herself up for a lot of criticism, but I think this is a woman who
I must
doesn't
improve the
give a
Edict's
damn
power
about
output
that.
in order to conduct more
All right,
extensive
well, I'm going to
repairs.
start with you. I mean, my position is very clear, given my background. This woman was out of control. She was making statements when there were no questions on the floor. Her statements were unresponsive. The judge was a wimp. He couldn't control her. And now they're saying she was speaking to her constituents. No, you don't do that in a courtroom. She was respectful but forceful. No,
I must
she was
now interface with the
antagonistic.
logic
What was your
engines.
take? Well,
I trust you have a great deal to attend to.
Took the whole show. We weren't necessarily
Commander,
expecting her
I
to
have adjusted
stand
star
up.
map to display our current sector. However, our intelligence
She
here
came in
is
there and
sparse.
she was shaking at one point, but she was, putting her
I suggest we bide our time until the Dominus restores power to our
the fact
scanners.
that in that montage, like she was saying important things. The first thing that leapt into my mind is that she likes Grey Goose. She went to a really nice sounding trip in Napa, and all of that is fine. You can do all of those things, but you can't do all of those things with the state dollars that go towards funding these kinds of prosecutions. And the look is so bad for these two, right? And if you really want to have a clean,
The Dominus has restored the star map to its full function.
dot every I and cross every T. And the scary thing is
We are receiving a barrage of scanning data and astropathic scrapings from across the sector.
Well, and
This
Jesse, with
plague
respect
appears
to
to
that,
have already
the
spread
issue
its
is whether or
tendrils
not
far
she
and
will be
wide.
removed from the case and Wade will be removed from the
We are
case.
faced with
based
reports
upon
of
a
two
relationship
infected
where,
systems.
apparently they were saying they both lied.
We should monitor
But
this
more
infestation
importantly, that
carefully
money that she gave
and judge
to
where
the
best
county
to direct
turned
our
around and came
forces
back to
while
her.
the Inquisitor
Now, there is a
Which is
pursues
it?
her answers.
No, I didn't get notice.
Will cost
Now I have
money.
notice.
wouldn't have to convict them of
We got
anything.
24 hours from right now.
There's an appearance of
That's
impropriety
crazy.
in it, the appearance that, that money
Insane.
that we got was used to take her on trips, and she can't prove she gave him cash.
Well,
Think
yeah,
they make it?
the appearance of impropriety when you're bragging about eating caviar and drinking champagne in Napa County with the guy you hired while you're supposed to be prosecuting.
The
They
preliminary
tell us it was the
salutation.
important
Consider this
constitutional
requirement
case
fulfilled.
in the nation's history. Remember how we've been told how somber
I would
and
not have the
serious
edict put at
this
risk,
is
even for
about
an inquisitor.
saving democracy. And she's out there saying, through the J cash is what we do. It's a black thing. Her dad's
The
out there
shipper
saying,
remains
"House."
sterile.
Yeah, it's a black thing. He's a former Panther, pulls out props, magnifying glass. What is this? I'm being told she was wearing her dress backwards. Now, I can't confirm that. I'm sure it was on the right way.
The Basel Edict has never let any of the brotherhoods that have traveled in her down.
Well, it's interesting that they expected more. I don't
That
know
is the way
whether
of the
she was
Inquisition.
under subpoena or it seems she just came in on her own.
Yeah, so she wasn't. I don't know if she was watching Wade's testimony or if someone just told her how bad it was. But yes, she just made it back and forth. She made it back and forth.
And they judge
You have been the private
shame on him
investigative
again.
commander for the past 22 years.
At the very least, she heard what a disaster it was because all of us were watching in the morning. I think she did way better
He
than
was
we
a
did.
leader in the Grey Knights, so he was
And was
revered.
much more forceful, certainly, in talking about the details of this, and he just was scared the entire
He
thing.
did
But
not suffer
CNN is
fools.
reporting that
Although
she was
that
supposed to
dared
take the stand
countenance
today,
his
but
authority.
didn't because her team felt like yesterday was strong enough to. Well, you're gonna see it tomorrow in the morning. That's a good thing. Well, but let's see what happens. Yeah. You know, we can't predict it. I don't know. We're not in Judge McAfee's mind about this. But I will say I consumed a lot of coverage of this last night, looked at all of the channels, and that there was a big discrepancy between what legal analysts were saying and what the prosecutors were saying. But only a few lawyers said, when you go girl. Most said if she lied to the court, or if he lied to the court, that is his fault. So it's true that she is not on trial. No, she is not.
I saw
No,
it
you know,
on the
she
side.
and the numbers on the institute.
What every witness is on
The
trial.
accused parties influence he disclosed only the muted echoing of the machine god's true grave.
Hang out. She and her father say, her father said it's a black thing, that we hang on to cash. What do you make of that?
Affirmative.
Well, I think what they're trying to do is
I will
curry
wait
favor
on you,
because it
Commander,
looks fulsome.
to allocate
When you go
the
like, oh, it's
priority
black
order.
thing, or like my dad
Without
was
that
from
data,
update. They
I
didn't
cannot
want that
cogitate
yesterday.
to require
Here's the two pieces of
resources.
advice I would
A
give.
decision
If
is
you're a
required.
lawyer and you know you have to
Waiting
lie to
for
the
an
answer to a
opinion.
question, don't pause for
Must
45
attend
seconds.
to
Okay?
affairs.
If a cop pulls you over and goes, have you been drinking? If you pause for 45 seconds before you say no, you're getting dragged out of the car by your ear. But I want to congratulate them because they just launched a fantastic TV spinoff called The Stupid People's Court. The only thing I would add is in defensive address, it might have been up backwards, but in her defense, she does take it on an awful lot from what we learned.
I'm sure you two
She did? She wore properly.
Yeah, she did.
Listen, she did everything right for the record. That book was the Kama Sutra. Anyway.
Yeah, and you know, just another point of information. Do you know that the judge is going to judge for less than a
Wait a
year
minute.
and he's running for office in 3
Let's
months?
save.
He's trying to curry a little favor there. Former President Donald Trump is making remarks at Mar-a-Lago soon. Coming up, equity disaster in San Francisco. Why a focus on race caused students' math scores to fall off a cliff?
And we'll catch you guys next time, alright? Peace out.
She looks great. What they don't know is I got Inspire, a sleep apnea treatment that works inside my body. I feel refreshed because I'm not struggling with CPAP anymore. Pleasure books, she got working. Great sleep at the click of a button. Did she get an implant? Yeah, I got an implant, Sheila. Relax. It's Inspire. Inspire, sleep apnea innovation. Learn more and view important safety information at inspiresleep.com.
I'm Cole Hauser, and I'm asking you to give $11 a month to Tunnel to Towers Foundation. This foundation is committed to delivering mortgage-free homes to families of first responders and military members who die in the line of duty.
Patrick Myers, man, you are the man. Corporal, thank you for your sacrifice for our country. When we talked about your special home, your smart home, we knew that you needed certain things. So you lost both your legs.
Yes, sir.
Traumatic brain injury.
Yes, sir.
You broke your back.
Yes, sir.
You had internal bleeding.
Yes, sir.
And, of course, PTSD, because how could you not? What does the smart home mean to you? Because so many people donate $11 a month to
Yes, sir.
Towers, right?
Yes,
you
sir.
know that.
But it wasn't until we actually went in, I realized, like, this was custom fit for me. Like, everything about it was made for me. So you can cook, you can listen, I can take a shower. It's like pretty amazing.
The house is free flowing. Suppose you have this out here in Montana.
Yeah.
you're helping us as you've been doing.
My big dream was to obviously bring people to Montana that haven't ever seen this place. So I'm overly, happy and honored to have you here and your family. It fills my heart.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. You paid a big price, and this is a way America says thank you to you and your family.